Here goes nothing. Welcome back to another Axe Family video. Hope you're doing well. Hope you got a smile on your face because it's a beautiful, beautiful day. That is an intro that some of you love more than others, and it is one of many intros that I've used for this channel. This channel originally started as the name Axe Family, and the whole branding of this channel is going to be changing. I'm going to get into that in this video and kind of explain what's been going on and why we're making these changes and why I'm so excited about what is to come. As you have probably seen, we started out this channel when we lived on a ranch, and we lived way out in the middle of nowhere. There was no cell phone service. We were 2 hours from where we got our groceries, and it was just really this rustic, rural environment that we loved living out there, and we just started to make videos to kind of feed some of my creativity as I was doing mostly accounting at the time for my paycheck, and then the other side of my brain really needed to be creative and to make. And so that's why I originally started this channel, and then over time it has kind of evolved. And initially I thought that the majority of the content would be me and my brother as we lived on the ranch, and then Taylor and I decided to leave the ranch, and it was just kind of the end of a season, and it just felt right. And so we took off and went on an adventure. We traveled around the whole entire country for 11 months, and we visited 33 different states. It was like 31 different states and 2 Canadian provinces. But that was an amazing adventure, and we took you guys along for the journey, and I made a video every day for a full year, and that was a ton of work, but I grew a ton as a video editor and just as a videographer with filming and doing different things. And it eventually got to the point where it was like so much effort and time was going into making the videos, but the channel really wasn't growing, and I had other things I needed to do, and so I had to stop producing videos daily for you guys in order to pursue some of these other things. And so, as most of you know, we recently bought a house, and we're close to family, and so we're still in the process, I would say, of settling down here, getting used to living just in one spot, and also living close to town. Like, we can drive 2 minutes and buy some groceries. So that's way different. We are outside the city limits, so there's still a little bit of that escape for me. I think I would much rather be like way out there in a cabin in the woods. But we found a really good compromise, and we really feel like the Lord has like put us right here for a specific reason. And as I've been thinking about and praying and discerning what to do with this channel, because it is bringing in some revenue for us, I wanted to continue it, and I just love interacting with you guys. I love seeing your comments, and some of you have gotten to know personally, which has been really cool, and I wouldn't have ever met you if it wasn't for looking into this camera lens and talking and sharing my life. And I really appreciate just the way that you guys have reached out to us and encouraged us along the way. And so I don't want to end that. Like, I want to keep it going. I want to keep this channel going. But in order for that to be effective as far as a business, a channel will succeed a lot better if it has a niche focus. And I've learned a lot about YouTube, and I have plenty of friends now that are successful YouTubers, and there's a lot of different things that I've learned that I don't necessarily apply to this channel. And part of why I started the Gung Ho Dog training was because it is a niche focus and is something I'm passionate about, and something I've been working on here with my time has been figuring out that business of actually boarding and training dogs and getting that going. And so that has been going well. Some of you guys follow us on Instagram, and so I post a lot more on Instagram lately, just stories and stuff, keeping you guys updated. But anyways, that niche focus mindset, I went through a mentorship with Kevin, and I can link his channel down below, but he's just really great guy that had this mentorship opportunity, and I applied for it. And as I went through that process, he really helped me set up Gung Ho Dogs, like the branding and everything. And as I was doing that with Gung Ho Dogs, and it's like, man, this is so good. It's so niche focused. Like I have, you know, my mission statement, my one-liner, and all these things. My branding as far as like fonts and coloring, and I was like, I didn't do any of this with Axe Family. Like, I just started posting videos, and it was fun, and it's been great to have those memories documented. I really look forward to the day where we can share with our kids or grandkids videos of our adventures that we went on. But I would like to take this channel and also do the same with it. Bring it down into more of a niche focus, and have it be on something that I am passionate about and will be passionate about for a long time, and also have more of a business mindset to it, because it is a business. Like I said, it does generate revenue for us, and so there's a lot that has gone into what are we going to transition into. And as we transition, you should know that a lot of the content that I have been making will be similar as I continue. So you're still gonna get time with me, you're still gonna see pieces of my life, my opinions on things, my creativity in filming and editing, but the focus of the channel is going to change. And I'll just tell you what the name is right now, and then I'll kind of explain it to you, because you're probably like, get to the point. So the name of the channel is going to be Dad Dare, and I haven't come up with a logo for it. I haven't come up with coloring or anything, but Dad Dare. And you're probably thinking, oh my gosh, they're gonna have a kid. We're not expecting a kid right now, but Taylor's and my hope is that sometime in the future we would become parents. That is a desire for us, and something that we hope that we can step into as a family, to add little ones to the family. And initially I thought, you know, Axe Family would fit into that. Like it would just be kind of the story of our family. But that really is more of a selfish approach of like, I want to film these videos for myself, and I just want to document what we're doing, and you can follow along if you want. And I realized that that selfish motive wasn't really healthy for the channel or healthy for me, and I want to turn it into something where I'm focused more on bringing value to the viewer, on bringing value to you as you watch. And the premise of Dad Dare is that there's a lot to it, but I'm daring myself, and I'm also daring current and future dads to be the best dad that they can be. Now, some of you who are watching are females, and you'll be like, well, you know, that doesn't really apply to me. There is a majority of the people who watch this channel are male, but I believe that there will be content that I'm sharing that will apply to both genders. However, the primary focus will be to dads. And the first thing that popped into my head is like, man, how prideful of you to step up and say, you know, I'm gonna share about being a dad when you're not even a dad yet. And that's the complete opposite of what I want to do here. I want to take a very like humble approach and say, I hope to become a dad someday, and I know absolutely nothing. And I'm gonna go on a journey of learning and preparing to be a dad, and then as I become a dad, learning and trying to be the best dad that I can be. And I want to take you guys along with me. So I'm not gonna sit down and say, hey, you know, this is what you need to do to be the best dad. Like, you know, these are all my pro tips or whatever. I'm more gonna sit down and say, hey, this is something I've been learning. Hey, this is a book that I've been going through. Hey, this is a friend that I have who's been a dad for 30 years, and he has this profession, and he's gonna talk today about what it's been like to be a dad under that profession. And so I want to do like mentor interview type videos where I'm interacting with other dads and kind of gleaning information off of them. I'm also going to have what will be similar to what I've had on the channel. There'll be product reviews as well as projects, and we can always, and I'll tie them in somehow to being dad related, because there are projects around your property or around your house that typically like a dad will do. And so if I can share some of those projects with you guys, and even share some things that I'm trying to figure out that you could help me with, then I will share that as well, because I bring value to the table through making the video and putting it out here and giving us a space where we can interact. And then you as the audience bring value in the comment section and interacting with each other, whether it's on Facebook or Instagram. And I just have high hopes to continue to keep that going, and to keep the digital relationships as well as the physical relationships that we've made with each other going. For those of you who I've met in person, yeah, so it's a little bit hard keeping this going, doing one take with filming, because I'm so used to editing and chopping things up. But I really wanted to just sit down and talk to you guys, and yeah, so sorry if I'm saying a lot, but I'm thinking as I'm talking. So Dad Dare, product reviews, personal projects, Mentor Mondays, interviewing guys. What are some other ideas that I had? Oh, the challenges. So I want to do, if you saw my last video, I want to do a challenge for every month. And so that's another thing that I want to do, is challenges that would holistically bring health into my life, as well as those who take the challenges as well. It would be cool to have some type of private community platform where we can interact with each other, especially for those who want to take part in the challenges every month, and just encourage each other and have deadlines and all that and then also to share what each other's progress has been. And so that's something I have in mind as well. There's a lot of thoughts on the board right now. I have a big whiteboard right here, and I've just kind of written a ton of thoughts and everything. And so, yeah, Dad Dare, that's what's coming up. And Axe Family will be no more. I'm going to be hanging up the Axe Family hat, and it was a great time having Axe Family as our focus, as the brand. Some of you know the meaning to the logo. It's super meaningful. So Axe Family, like in our life, isn't necessarily going away. I'm sure people will still refer to us as Axe Family, but the whole premise of this channel and the focus of this channel will be transitioning to Dad Dare. And I'm excited to share that with you guys. I'm excited to hear what you think about that. And if you would comment down below what you're thinking, I would love to interact with you and respond to you. I still read every single comment that's posted on my channel. And there are some videos out there that are getting lots of comments. And so if you comment down below, I will read it and I'll get back to you, especially on this video. Yeah, so what else am I thinking? There's some preparation stuff that I'm interested in. There's personal development, monthly challenges, ideas of like overcoming fear, also like financial aspects of being a dad. Like, not necessarily that a lot of these pieces will come in down the road, like after I become a dad and after I've been a dad for a while. Then once I get to a point where I'm like, okay, I've experienced this, now I feel like I can share my experience and my knowledge that has come from living through it, then I'll start to share those pieces. But these are all just a lot of ideas right now. So mostly right off the bat, it's just going to be me learning, and because I have a lot to learn. And a lot of people say that you can't really be fully ready to have kids. You can't be fully prepared, you know, to be a parent or a dad. And I think I would agree with them, because I don't know, but I also do think that you can learn, and you could be more prepared than not, whether it's just reading books or talking to other dads, or preparing yourself just as a person. I know that I can speak to marriage, like having been married for 5 years. Stepping into marriage is a huge step, and you know, the number one piece of marriage is service. Like if you serve the other person, if you put the other person before yourself, and both of you are doing that, then it becomes this beautiful thing, and you have this beautiful relationship. And I think the similar mindset will apply to being a dad, of having a mindset of service, of like all of a sudden you have this human being that needs you to survive, and so you have to go out of your way to love this little one, to take care of him. And so yeah, it's pretty interesting. And talking to Taylor, just sharing our life online is like one thing, but talking to Taylor, she was like, oh my gosh, you're gonna tell everybody that we're hoping to have kids, and so like, yeah, I want to be vulnerable, and share with you guys what I'm feeling and going through. And at the same time, there are pieces of our life that I do hold back, and that I want to keep private, just for us. Like that's I would say the majority of people keep a lot of their life private, but I feel like I've been called to share a lot of my life online. And so yeah, that's another thing that I've been kind of challenging myself with, is to become more vulnerable. And when it comes to being a dad, this is probably the most vulnerable piece about this video, is that when it comes to being a dad, I'm really scared. I'm really scared to become a dad. I have a fear of failure, and I have a fear of provision. And so I'm afraid that I am going to make a mistake, or I'm afraid that I'm going to cause harm to a child that doesn't deserve it. And so that's a huge fear of mine. And then the other fear is, am I going to be able to provide? Am I going to be able to provide enough there to where my family is able to stay alive? Like, I know that's kind of irrational. Like, it doesn't take too much to stay alive, but there's this fear of provision that is there. And so I'm constantly just kind of punching those fears in the face and taking the path of love instead of fear, kind of what I talked about in the cruise video. And one guy commented on the cruise video, he just said wimp. That was like his only comment. And I thought that was really funny, just because people watch like little sections of videos and then they just judge you, and they'll type out stuff that they would never say to your face in person. But anyways, like this act of facing fear, whether or not it's a huge fear or a small fear, that act is not wimpy. Like, that's courageous. And the fact that you are able to admit that you have a fear and even share that with other people, like, that's even more courageous. And so, like, my fear of being on a giant ship in the middle of the ocean like that, I wasn't not able to go on a boat. Like, I still went, and I enjoyed a lot of the aspects of being on the cruise and with family and everything, but I didn't let that fear stop me. But I recognized the fear, I put it out there, I shared it with you guys, and I shared my process of kind of how I was approaching it and trying to deal with it. And so this is another topic, this whole dad dare thing. Is just like, I'm daring myself. Like, I'm daring you to approach fear. I'm daring you to strive to be the best you can be. I'm daring you to enter into a new season of life. And so there are a lot of unknowns that could happen in this season. It's a huge step for any family to take on more life forms. Yeah. Anyways, whew. It's a lot of talking. It's a lot of talking with one video. But I wanted to catch you guys up to date on what's been going on. And as of the end of 2019, Axe Family will be no more. So my plan is between now and the first of the year, I might be changing like the name on the channel. I might figure out a logo, stuff like that. But then as of January 1, 2020 will be the first day of Dad Dare, like officially, and then we'll move forward from there. So if you guys have any ideas, like help me brainstorm, help me think of like challenge ideas, because I want to do a challenge for every month next year. Help me think of ideas for like as far as interviewing people, what types of people would be cool to interview, and yeah, whatever else you're thinking, because this is kind of a whole process for me, and it is one of the things I'm doing on the side. Like I have all these other things I'm doing as well, and so I don't have 100% of my time to pour into this channel, but I would love for it to get to that point where I can do that. But the dog training, the digital media stuff, the ministry things that we're doing in our life, all of those things are kind of taking up pieces of our time. And so definitely just let me know what you're thinking, and thank you for watching. And I'm pretty sure I will continue to say hats off to you, just because I like it a lot, and it's something I've been doing for a really long time. There's some other YouTubers out there that are a lot bigger than this channel who do that, and that's beside the point. But anyways, I've been doing that for a really long time, and it was an original idea that I had that I want to keep going. Originally it was my cowboy hat every time, saying hats off to you, and then it became an actual Axe Family hat. And as we transition into Dad Dare, I'll probably be wearing a hat a lot of the times, because I do wear a hat. So if I'm wearing a hat, then I'll be saying hats off to you. Alright, thanks for watching this long video, and thanks for hanging in there with me without any edits or anything. I love you guys, and I hope you're doing well, and I'm excited to see your comments down below. Let me know what you think, and please stick around. If you haven't subscribed yet, push the subscribe button in, hit the like on this video, and it definitely helps your guys' engagement. Yeah, woohoo! It's out there. Here we go. On to the next. All right. Hats off to you.